Hi, sixth graders. Welcome to week 2 of distance learning. Hopefully we got all the glitches out that we ran into last week. I know there was some issues with Schoology, and I'm so sorry about that. Hopefully you received my email that showed the alternative way to hand in the assignment. Um, if we run into glitches again, I'm going to show you in just a minute how you can still do the assignments and submit them to me with kind of bypassing Schoology, okay? This is your to-do list for this week. We actually have a short week this week. Thursday and Friday are spring break, and next Monday then is also spring break. So you should be able to complete all of this stuff in 3 days, and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I'll kind of give you a breakdown how you can do that if you need to know kind of what to do each day. Okay. The other thing is that I want to just show to you is that assignments are going to be due by Sunday night instead of Friday. And the reason for that is because sometimes with Schoology being overloaded during the week, people can't get to it, or maybe you're helping younger siblings with things. And so we want to give you some extra time. Okay. So as long as they're in by the Sunday night, you should be all good to go. Okay. So for this week, a couple of things I just want to share with you again. Remember, if you have questions, you can click here between 9 and 11. I should be available most days. If you click on that and I'm not in there, wait a couple of minutes because sometimes I turn off my video and I'm doing other things and I just need to get my earbuds back in and get going, okay? The other thing I put on here is the experiment of the week. So this week we're going to be looking at physical and chemical changes in matter. And so these different experiments, if you decide that you want to do those, you can click on them. Make sure you get permission from your parents first, and then you can try some of those. And those are showing some different chemical reactions or chemical changes. Okay, that's optional. So what you're going to be doing this week, the first thing is you're going to be doing a digital lesson. And if you click on it in here, let's see if it works. It will bring you to the Schoology assignment. Okay, and you can click on it and go in and do the digital lesson, okay? It's not working right now, which could happen next week, so I'll show you the workaround in just a second, okay? Make sure when you're doing the digital lesson that you are logged in through Think Central, okay? And you'll submit it right on Schoology. What it will pull up is just a document that you can type in and submit it. Second thing you're going to do is you are going to watch the, excuse me, the video of me, and all it is a slideshow that I made on physical and chemical changes, and it's a video like this of me explaining it. There are not notes that you need to do with it. I am going to ask that you please go through that though, just so you can kind of have a refresher. Okay, if you're trying to divide this up over the 3 days, I would maybe say do the digital lesson and the video on one day. Okay. Then the next day on Tuesday, you're going to go into this card sort activity. And this is also a Schoology assignment that is probably not going to work when I click on it right now. So I have it up here somewhere. So what will happen when you go into that Schoology assignment is a sheet like this will come up. Okay. The objective and the essential question are listed on the top here. And then what you're doing is there's 4 columns: physical change, chemical change, physical property, and chemical property. And what you'll do is you'll click on the cards right here. If you want to print these out, you can and cut them apart. Otherwise, just look at them. So this first page are just the titles. You can kind of ignore that. Then there's definitions. So what you're going to do is figure out which of these definitions goes with physical change, chemical change, physical property, and chemical property, and you'll type it right in the box there. I also did just cut and paste or copy and paste too. Feel free to do that. I'm fine with that for this. Then there's some different objects on here, and you have to figure out, is that picture, that card, showing a physical change, a chemical change, a physical property, and or a chemical property, and you're going to put it in that correct box. So for example, this first one, crushing an aluminum can. If I crush an aluminum can, I'm just changing the shape of it, and maybe, I guess the shape of it, not really the size. So that's going to be a physical change. So I would go into there and I would type in crushing the aluminum can, or I would copy and paste it into there. Okay. then I would go through and I would do that for all of these. Okay, pretty self-explanatory, then submit it. On this chart, if you do it correctly, there's 6 boxes under each one, and they should all be filled in. You shouldn't have to add more boxes, or you shouldn't have empty boxes. Okay, so that is the activity for this section. And then at the bottom, you are going to write your summary, okay, before you submit it. All right, and then here it talks about the summary, how the essential question and topic sentence down here. Okay, so that's going to be the second day. Complete that card sort activity, write your summary, and submit that. And then the last thing is the quick checks. Same thing as last week. It's open notes, so you can use all of these things. You can go back and access this video and slideshow if you need to when you're doing that. Okay, so just make sure you get that finished. So that would be done the third day. Okay, so you can do it however you want as long as they all get finished, but you should have plenty of time to get those done within those 3 days. If Schoology isn't working, what I did is I have this click here, and if for some reason you can't even access this slideshow, what I'll do is I'll just email this out to you. So if it's down and it's down for a significant amount of time, like how it's been this week or this last week, check your email and I'll email this to you so you can access it. Okay, so what you do is you would click here, and this is going to bring you to my alternative slideshow here, okay, which looks exactly the same, but it's just this one slide. Okay, and what you would do on here then is you would be able to click on these links, and what it's just bringing you to is this Google Doc with kind of alternative directions. Okay, so it talks about how you can do the digital lesson. So click on here, do copy file, make a copy, right, and how to save it. So I would save it for the digital lesson as 1.3 digital lesson Krista Johnson. You would save it 1.3 digital lesson, whatever your name is. Okay, and then you do the digital lesson, and then you'd share it with me. Same thing for the card sort, another document. You just make a copy of it, save it, and share it with me. Okay, I'm going to ask when you're sharing things with me this way, wait until you're finished with it to share it with me. Don't share it with me at the beginning. And the reason for that is because I get an email notification when you share it with me, and then I'm going to go in and try to grade it. And if it's not done, it's not a huge deal, but then I don't get notified again once it's finished. And so I'm not really sure when I'm supposed to be grading it. So if you could please just wait till you're finished and ready to submit it, then hit share and share it with me. All right, so that is, whoops, I'm on the wrong one here. That is what we're doing this week. Please feel free to come chat with me. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I'll be available between 9 and 11 for you. I'll have the digital lesson and the card sort activity keys on there. I'm not going to post those though until maybe Wednesday morning, Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, because I want you to try to do them before I post the key. All right. So please email me, message me on here, talk to me if you have any questions, and I hope everything goes well and that you have a great couple of days off, okay? Bye.